Thank you, Bonnie. Appreciate it. Have you ever met anybody who had wooden ears? According to my mother, I was born with wooden ears. Madam, Mr. Toastmaster of the evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I was lucky because I was born with 3 gifts. I was born with the gift of gab. I was born with wooden ears, and I was born with a taste for paratha bread with spicy curry sauce. Where that came from, I got no idea, but that's how the taste I had as a child. You see, as a little child, I used to like to talk. And my fellow playmates I had used to complain. They say, Michael, you talk too much. You're like a motor mouth. You don't know how to stop. Well, they were right. I used to love to talk as a child. 24/7, when I was awake, I would be talking. But it not only was a problem with the other children, it was also a problem at home. And the reason it was a problem at home is because sometimes I would be busy playing and my mother would call me, Michael. I didn't pay any attention. I couldn't hear her. I was busy talking. Michael. Still wouldn't hear her. So mom would come walking over to wherever I was and say, hey, wooden ears, I'm talking to you. You see, my mother loved me, but she gave me the nickname of wooden ears because she wanted to teach me, listen more, talk less. That's what you should do. But I was always talking, constantly, no stopping. Now, it wasn't a big problem as a little child, but when I got into high school, things got compounded. You see, gift of gab, according to the dictionary, means that you can talk a long time without stopping. And boy, did I learn how to do that. And when I went into high school, people sometimes would look at me, why he's always talking. But I had a second problem in high school. When I showed up in high school, unfortunately, I was 165 centimeters tall and I only weighed 45 kilos. Can you imagine how skinny that was? I was so skinny that I could hide behind a broomstick. Oh, very, very skinny. I was so skinny that when the wind blows, I had to hug a tree so I didn't get blown away. It was terrible and it was embarrassing being so skinny. My best friend nicknamed me Bones. So pretty soon, that's what all my friends were calling me, was Bones. That was Michael in high school. Skinny bones, wooden ears, and a motor mouth, talking all the time. Now, I got lucky my last year in high school because my last year in high school, I met my first sweetheart. She was wonderful. She says, Michael, I like to listen to you talk. Oh boy, I'm going to talk and she's going to listen. It's going to be great. Well, we had a couple of dates and it was okay. And then one evening we went to the drive-in movie theater in my car. We're sitting in the front seat and I put my arm up on the backrest a little bit. The movie is showing and I'm talking. She moved a little bit closer. Movie still on, I'm still talking. She moved a little bit closer. She snuggled up next to me. I kept talking. She laid her head on my shoulder. I kept talking. Finally, she looks up at me, looks at my eyes, and she says, Michael, will you shut up and kiss me? What was I going to do? I don't know. I was scared. So I gave her a kiss. And then what did I do? I started talking again. Right. Absolutely. For sure. She never dated me after that. And I don't know why. Maybe I should have kissed more and talked less. I don't know. I have no idea. Didn't work. I went into the military right after high school and I learned my first lesson about being quiet. I had a friend there. His name was Edgar. And Edgar is not tall and skinny like I was. He was short and a little bit round, like an owl. And one day Edgar says to me, Michael, shh, be quiet. Edgar, why should I be quiet? If you don't be quiet, we're going to get shot. You see, we were in Vietnam during the Vietnam War, and we were in the jungle. And in the jungle, you want to be quiet if you don't want to get shot. Good idea. After we got out of the military, Edgar and I became partners, business partners selling products. And everything was okay for him because he would sell, do well. And I went down, 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 down and sold nothing. So one day Edgar comes to me and he says, Michael, you need to think about intentional listening. Intentional listening, what's that? He says, pay attention to your customer. Say a few words, let them talk. Listen to their needs, and then ask them to buy. I don't know, I'll try it. Can't do no harm. I'm doing terrible in sales the way it is. So I tried it. Pretty soon, my sales started going up and up and up and up and up and up. I was doing great. I actually was making money by being quiet and letting them say, I think I'll buy it. It was wonderful. It worked so well that I decided to take it home and try it with my wife. I actually was quiet and listened to my wife. Ka-ching! Nobody believes that one, we know, right? And then I started listening to my children. Ka-ching! That one worked too. Amazing how it worked. Then I got hold of my lawyer and I listened to my lawyer. Well, with the lawyer, it didn't work so good. I made some mistakes with that one, but I tried. The idea was you need to try to listen to your customers. In Toastmasters, it's the same way. If you're going to give a speech, find out who your audience is going to be, find out what they want to hear, find out what they need, and then give it to them. But if you do all the talking, you're never going to hear them. It's important that you listen to them. Now, Edgar taught me a lesson twice, and sometimes I need to remember him. And in order to remember my friend and remember to keep quiet, there's a little quote. It's a nursery rhyme that I use to remember Edgar and to remember to be quiet. It goes like this. There once was a wise old owl sitting in an oak. The more he saw, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why can't we all be like the wise old bird? Here's to you, Edgar. Mr. Toastmaster, back to you.
Thank you, Michael.